Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And today we continue our survey of the endless delights of Darius Milhaud. Oh gosh, he was a fun composer. Still doesn't get the attention that he deserves. It's not easy music, actually. It's supposed to be light and fluffy because it's French, but it's not. It's often harmonically quite acerbic, and it has a real stylistic character in whatever medium he worked in. I mean, he did jazz stuff, he did, avant-garde stuff, he did polytonality, he did, and he did it all well. The thing about Milhaud is that he wrote just tons and tons of music, hundreds of pieces. And as a result of that, people very sagely point out that his output is not entirely consistent. Well, here's a newsflash. When people compose tons and tons of pieces, their output is not entirely consistent. I mean, I've now done more than 4,700 videos on this channel. I dare say that my output is not entirely consistent. Mozart's was not entirely consistent. Nobody was perfect. Nobody did everything at the same amazing level all the time when they were being extremely prolific. That's life. And I'm perfectly happy to sift through it because the average overall level is very high. It really is. I mean, he was a great composer, and that's all we need to know. So, how do we start? Oh, this is fun. This is another one of those wonderful CPO discs. The Jacob's Dream, which is a choreographic suite for oboe, violin, viola, cello, and double bass. And then the Stanford Serenade for oboe and 11 instruments. And the Aspen Serenade for 9 instruments. It's only a 44-minute disc, but it's delicious. It's with Lajos Lenches, remember him? Oboe with the members of the Stuttgart Radio Symphony Orchestra under Gilbert Varga. Yes, on CPO. Then there's this classic with Maurice Abravanel and the Utah Symphony Orchestra, Pacem in Terris, a choral symphony, Peace on Earth, on text selected from the encyclical of the late Pope John the 23rd. And it's very, very ecumenical. Milhaud, of course, was Jewish, but you'd never know it. I mean, in the best sense. I mean, he just did everything. It was extremely open to all kinds of influences and inspirations. And then we have L'Homme et son désir, the vocal ballet thing. That's here too, with the Utah Symphony and Maurice Abravanel, with the recording supervised by Darius Milhaud himself. Another reason why we really need an Abravanel Vanguard box badly for all of this really interesting repertoire that he did. Oh, Olympia. Remember Olympia? This is the Russian State Symphony Capella with Gennady Rozhdestvensky. Symphony number 3, the Te Deum Symphony, and the Bells Symphonic Suite after Edgar Allan Poe. If you know Rachmaninoff's The Bells, you'll want to hear this. It's very different. It probably doesn't exist anymore. Olympia is gone for a long time. And then excerpts from Saudade do Brasil. This is just wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Absolutely. The Bells is so much fun. Oh my God. Piano music with Madeleine Milhaud, narrator in English. She lived to be like 175. And Alexandre Tarot piano. This is a terrific disc on Naxos. You've got the complete Saudade do Brasil and La Muse Ménagère, which is lots of fun. And that has with Madeleine Milhaud narrating in English. And finally, L'Album de Madame Bovary, with Madeleine Milhaud again narrating in English. Strange, interesting pieces, recorded in 1995. Yeah. What year did Milhaud die? 1974. So there you go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is a classic. It's mono, but we don't care. Well, not all of it's mono. The Orchestre Lamoureux under Igor Markevich, doing Le Chaophore, which is part of his, that big, Oedipal trilogy thing that he did, or whatever it was. No, it's not Oedipus. It was something else. Was it? I don't remember. But the Chaophore are the libation bearers at funerals. And this is just like a vicious, thrilling, wonderful part of his Sophoclean trilogy or whatever it is. I have the whole thing, by the way. I mean, it's on Naxos, the complete work, and it's tremendous. But this is with the Markievicz and the Lamora people and various singers, and yes, Electra is here, and Orestes is here, and you know all those people. Not Oedipus. I'm sorry. It was the other family. The House of Atreus. That's them. Thank you. Ulysses. No, Agamemnon. Oh, it's all Greek. Who cares? The music's wonderful. Honegger's Symphony No. 5, the 3Ds, and the Roussel, Bacchus, and Ariane, which is in stereo. All the rest of this is mono, but it sounds terrific. They're thrilling performances. Let's see, what else have we got here? Oh, chamber music by Milhaud. With Eric Lesage, we've got La Création du Monde, Suite de Concert. Oh, a concert suite for piano and string quartet. Not the usual complete ballet. Suite for violin, clarinet, and piano. Sonata for 2 violins and piano. And Saudade do Brasil, Suite de Danse pour piano. Yay! RCA. It's really cool. This was fun. There were a couple of these Musique France things. Musique France that Erato released. You have the Carnaval d'Aix, which is really like a piano suite, suite for piano orchestra. The Concerto for Piano and Orchestra first piano concerto, pardon me. The 5 etudes, these were all on the CPO disc I just talked about. The 4th piano concerto and the Ballade for piano concerto with Claude Helfer, and the Orchestre Nationale de France under David Robertson. Very good performances, very good. Not better than the CPOs, but really quite fine. Then we've got, oh yes, his 6 petite symphonies, those little symphonies again. Here they are, this time on Koch Schwann, Musica Mundi, with Karl Anton Rickenbacher, and the soloists of the Capella Cracoviensis. You also get the Trois Opéras Minutes, the 3-minute operas. They're 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and 7 minutes, respectively, on, let's see, L'Enlèvement d'Europe, the abduction of Europa, and the abandonment of Ariadne, and the liberation of Theseus. And they take seconds. Fascinating little miniature bits of juicy delight. Yes, Leonard Bernstein. His Sony recording, of course, these are all the Leonard Bernstein boxes. But back in the day, I mean, when this series came out with like Paper Sleeves, Masterworks Heritage, they did some really cool stuff. And we have Les Chaophores again, and Bernstein's first recording of the Roussel Third, which is wonderful, and Rugby and Pacific 231. They're all very fine performances, and Chaophore is sensational here. It really is. It's even more vicious than the Markievicz performance, and it's much better recorded. So there it is on Sony, however you can get it, whether it's this edition, which is long gone, or one of the Bernstein boxes on Sony. Then last but not least, we have here a collection of Musique Française on accord, Universal Accord, not CD Accord, which is Polish. It's a different label. Symphony No. 3, the Te Deum Symphony again, the Concerto for 2 pianos, and these are, again, conducted by Darius Milhaud, the Divertissement in 3 parts for wind quintet, the 2nd violin concerto, under, oh, look who's playing. Let's see, Claire Bernard, violin, and Edward van Remortel with the Orchestre Nationale de l'Opéra de Monte Carlo, and the 4 Seasons, again, under Darius Milhaud. So there it is, my friends. That's Milhaud in the Overflow room. And there's lots more upstairs. He's a continuously fascinating composer. He really is, and very, very enjoyable to sink your teeth into and give him a shot. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.